Pregame.com.
Finally, we have an interesting Sunday night game between the best team in the NFL and arguably the hottest team in the NFL. This is Brad Bowers in the Pregame.com studios just off the Vegas Strip. We are indeed talking Sunday night NFL football action, a marquee matchup. We have the Chiefs at the Texans. And Fez, who do you like in this matchup and why?
Like Houston plus 1.5. Wrong team favored. Houston is underrated right now. It all starts with their rookie quarterback out of Clemson. Watson has been spectacular. I'll be the first to say I don't like rookie quarterbacks. However, I can certainly adjust and spot the situations, the rare situations like Dak Prescott last year, where it is working and is working great. The kid has fantastic vision, throwing it all over the field. He'll look left. If it's not there, he'll come all the way back across the field. His arm is strong enough to go ahead and get it there, and he has the weapons as well. He has Hopkins running down the field, and now Fuller, his number 2 wide receiver, very good wide receiver who was out earlier in the year, is back, and that was in full evidence last week as those wide receivers totally bombed the Tennessee Titans.
All right, let's take it back to week 1. It wasn't a good look for Houston in week 1 getting crushed by Jacksonville. They had all the hurricane distractions. Is that giving us some value in the marketplace?
Absolutely. So Saxonville comes in and just murders Tom Savage and company. They get 10 sacks. You look at the stats from that game, it is still skewing the overall stats for Houston. The truth is, with all the Harvey distractions, with Savage at quarterback, you really should just take all those statistics, throw them in the garbage can, and Houston is 3-0 and use the stats from the last 3 games.
Now, looking forward as far as this team goes, what's the upside? What's the end goal? They're in a relatively weak division in the AFC South.
Oh, it's tremendous. Let's face it, this is like an 8-7-1 perennial team every year. They got Clowney, they got Watt, they got Marsilius, they got these monsters on defense, but oftentimes Watt is hurt, oftentimes Clowney is hurt. Now everybody is healthy. I would make the case this team should be able to go 9-7 with average, below average, slightly below average quarterback play. If they have a quarterback that is average, they're going to the playoffs. If they have an above-average quarterback, they are a contender for the Super Bowl.
I love it. What's your second key handicap?
Second key handicap is the flat spot for the Kansas City Chiefs. They're all primed for Monday Night Football, undefeated team, and they got the big win, the close win, and after that win, they and myself are likely to be emotionally drained.
Yeah, and let's talk about yourself. You had a big one, a $100 10-team parlay. That was last leg being that Kansas City game for a $55,000 payout. Fez, nobody hits 10-team parlays. When's the last time you hit one?
I haven't hit one in a long time. I got to tell you the story, too. I go to the Super Contest. Every late Friday night, I put in my Super Contest plays. That's the contest that I've won twice back in 2008, 2009. And I always play 5 parlay cards, guys. Just put in 5 big cards, and I have bageled against them for years with those cards. So finally got it. But to answer the question, I did 10 years ago hit a $200 10-teamer against the South Point, and they were very gracious when I went ahead and cashed that one. That was my record.
And speaking of gracious, I think a lot of people are going to be gracious after this pick wins. Let's go ahead and make it official.
Let's make it official. Houston is underrated. They have a real quarterback now in Watson to complement their fine defense. And Kansas City is in a flat spot. They got the emotional Monday Night Football win. Here comes the letdown. The Fez Mass says back Houston plus 1.5. More videos, pregame.com.